Hey, good evening, LinkedIn. Dave Wilson, Results Staffing and Social Media. Couple of different subjects tonight I think you're going to enjoy. So right back after this. Right back after this again. I hit the wrong one. Hey, Tubia, you notice the glasses right away. I do wear glasses. I just don't like to wear them half the time. But my eyes lately, with all these lights and everything, are driving me crazy. So I got to put them on once in a while. So it's a sign that you're getting older, I guess. So, hey, listen, everybody. Tonight, oh, good evening. Okay, I saw that one. Tonight, I wanted to talk to you about Sunday night. Do you know where your employees are? HR directors right now, I've said it numerous times, in logistics right now, love this time of night. I bet they're sitting there saying, you know what, honey, I can't wait to go to work tomorrow. Because when you get in there and you're missing 10 to 15 people, you got to go in that morning meeting for logistics and you got to sit there and listen to everybody whine and cry. And what happened to our candidates? Where are they at? Right? Then you got to make that phone call to the staffing company. You told us we'd have 10 people. Sorry, they must have went somewhere else. I'm not smiling. I'm just laughing because I know that drill. And if you don't change, I think Tubia will say that too. If you don't try to change the problem or do something, you're going to be the same way every year. Come back next year, it'll be the same thing, sitting home interacting with what I'm posting. All right, okay, that's cool. But think about it. There you are. I guarantee there will be some staffing companies and recruiters, some other clients, right, that are saying right now, or I'm sorry, from a year from now, it'll be the same thing. You're going there, it's $15 an hour, come on down, the same thing. I get tired of it. You just get sick and tired of those words. Hiring immediately, no background check. Come on in back door. You don't even have to get drug screened. We'll put you to work right away. You tell us what you want. You tell us when you want to work. And you show us when you want to show up for work. Right? If you don't change, you will begin to smell. I like that. But think about it. I blame you. I blame some of the leaders of logistics centers just as much as I blame some of the branch managers and VPs and all that good stuff in a staffing company, because you're the one that is afraid to change. You're the one that's afraid to pick up the phone and call the HR director every week or 2 days and say, how's it going? Why are the candidates leaving? Right? That is what we talk about on Monday. So where do they go? Right? So think about this way. I'm going to read some jobs off. Now, the power of live videos. I want to talk to you about live videos. Do them. The organic reach is small. The reason being is because say you're posting for a job right now, right? And you want to get that message. It's Sunday night. People are watching footballs. Tag the guy next to you and say, hey, you need a job? If you drive forklift, watch. I'm going to give you an example. So you take your phone, right? If this was me on a Sunday night, because when people watch a video, right? Now, wait a minute. Tubia, this is being shown on 4 different streams. So they are watching this. So if that's person looking for a forklift job, this is what I would do. I always give Chris a shout out, Nestle Way in Brenningsville. I would go like this. Hey, everybody, it's Dave Wilson, Results Staffing and Social Media Consulting. Hey, guess what? I have forklift positions that pay $23 to $24 an hour, no temporary service, direct hires, You have every other weekend off, 12-hour shifts, benefits, great schedule, great work culture. Why don't you come on down and file with Chris? All right. Chris Heckman will take care of you and square you away. So if you're making $13 down the street or even in Allentown, put it this way, let's do this. If you're only working in Allentown, you're making $13, $14 for a forklift driver. You should be making $20 to $25. So I'm going to read off some jobs to you. Hey, Tuvia, this is a free night of jobs because with the power of doing videos, if they're sitting there watching the Tampa Bay, right now I think Tampa Bay is winning, hopefully. We'll see. Tom Brady, he's a winner, right? So, but that is a powerful video because Chris Heckman over at Brenningsville, right? $23 an hour in full time. You don't have to worry about a staffing company. Priceless. Even though I'm a staffing company, why do I say that? Is because you're getting your message out. You're getting your candidates to, see you and talk about your company. Talk about how good it is. Not talk about, just $15, come on down. Tell them about the benefits. Tell them about, what to expect, with 401ks. Show them different perks that you do. Maybe you do quarterly bonuses. Tell them all. Interview them and then tell them the hourly rate. So if I was looking right now, let's see. All right. You ready, Tuvia? Now, these are some companies that people probably don't know. So if you're watching the football game, I want you to look to your left and look to your right and say if they don't have a job or if they're paid under the right. This is it. So there's a warehouse puller, Nova Distribution in Allentown, $16 an hour. Order pullers, second shift at Allentown. Oof. That's all it says. That's it. That's inviting. Walmart. Warehouse team member, full-time, 18-20. That's where I get my candidates from, so I don't really care there. Machine operator, Sharp Packaging, $15 to $17 an hour. Urgently hiring. There's a chance. First and second, third shifts. So get this. If you're on third shift right now making $16, you can work first shift and give Sharp Packaging a call, right? It's the right thing to do. You're going to make sure provide for your family more. Let me see over here. See, it's all right on Indeed. So if they're hiring, I would go there. If I was only making 13, now I can make 17 and be on first shift. Oof, jump on it. Distribution clerk at Sharp also. That's awesome. Trinity Glass in Brenningsville, $17 to $18 an hour. Must be willing to learn and embrace the principles of lean manufacturing, 5S. Awesome. That is so easy. It sounds scary. But what I would do is I would explain what that means because half of the people don't know what 5S is. I do because of all the cleaning and putting it all back in place and all that good stuff. But lean manufacturing, you're not going to sell the job by saying that. Nobody understands. Majority of people don't understand what lean manufacturing means. Document any inbound quality issues for creation of scars. Come on. What is that? Document any inbound quality issues for the creation of scars. That's a real good one. Material handler, Snowdrift Road, first shift, Continental, Allentown, $16.25 an hour. This one is modules and systems for connected mobility, strategic elements. Ooh, that sounds crazy, huh? Geodis, I like Geodis. Geodis is hired in Bethlehem. They're a great company. I staff for them in my prior company. Inventory control, look, $17.50. Computer skills, Microsoft, accurate data entry skills, WMS, basic office skills. See? $17.50. So if you're making $13 an hour, this is where you go and you reach out to Allen Distribution. I would. Warehouse worker. I never heard of this one. Congent, Infotech, $16 an hour. Hey, if you're making $12 or $13 an hour, guess where you go? You reach out to Cogent Infotech. I never heard of them. They have good reviews. Maintenance workers. If you're maintenance, get this to you. City of Allentown, up to $18.59. That's a sneaky one. Ability to obtain a state technician's license. That's awesome. Applicators, valid PA CDL license. That's great. I mean, when you look at that, And then you just be careful with the up to, make sure you ask what 1859. Why they couldn't make it 1899 or 19? I don't get it. If you're sitting in a meeting, let's just say, hey, let's pay him 1850. No, let's pay him 1859. That's even better. That's priceless. Oh, here's a good job. Body transport driver, Northampton Community College, Bethlehem, PA, $16.49 an hour. What? Look, nice, good, solid jobs. Yeah, and the only thing is, I don't understand too. It's $16.49. Why not make it $16.50? Round it off. But this is a great job, and that's pace with the state. I'm not saying that company. I don't like that company, and I don't like this company. I don't like that company. Oh, look at this. Non-emergency medical transportation driver. Long-term position in Allentown, up to $300 a day. Now, you want to check on that. It's right on Indeed. And then I'll just do one more. Technician trainee. Safe Flight Fulfillment Incorporation over in Whitehall Township. $18 an hour. Obeying all traffic laws, valid driver's license or driving record that falls within the company requirements. Hey, there's some great jobs. Look, I always use them for my sales, but I don't like this company. I don't like that one. I wouldn't recommend that one to anybody. I wouldn't recommend that one to anybody. I don't like that one. Oh, I like this one. Packaging assistant, Samuel Adams, Tuvia. They make beer. Can you imagine having candidates really, hey, what'd you get fired for? Well, drinking the beer, but that's from $15.45 an hour. I heard they're a good company and they got good reviews, tolerate summer and winter temperature conditions and hot. So that makes sense. But reach out to Samuel Adams. If you're only making $13 an hour, leave and go to one of these companies that I've talked about. It's real easy. It's being streamlined here, four things. And then I'm going to share it to 20 different sites, 20 minimal. So at least people can see some of the jobs. I don't like that company. They lie. I don't like that one. This one, no way. You don't make that kind of money. See, when you know your jobs in the area, you just know them. Oh, I don't like this one either. This one, the gatekeeper was mean. And then full-time days, housing coordinator in Allentown, $20 an hour. But on that note, my point there is, so if there was anybody watching this, right now that's watching a football game and they're working and they don't like the hours, look what I just read. Look how that video can be shared everywhere now. It can be shared and your message will get through. All right. Whew, after all that. The word, I know Tuvi is going to jump in on this one, the word temp. Listen, a lot of candidates don't like that word. I don't like it. Temp. Oh, you're just a temp. You're just a temp. You know what I mean? You're not just a temp. If you're working for a company, a staffing company, you work for Results, you work for Elwood, you work for Kelly Services, you work for Manpower. You're not a temp. You might be a temporary employee to the client, but they some of them treat you so differently. So that's why I like the word associates, Tuvi. I like the words associates. I think, hey, how's everybody doing? You don't have to say, oh, they're just a temporary, because there are some companies out there, and I'm not going to say their names, but they know who they are. Oh, they're just temps. Don't worry about them. Lay them off. Send them home. You just brought them in and you're sending them home. They work 4 days and then you send them home. What do you expect? With the $600 and the $300, I got to tell you, I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Wouldn't you? If you're just a temp, if you are just a temporary employee, that's it, a temp, and you're not making that kind of money and you get treated like that, you walk. Simple. You leave. You don't have to put up with that. If they're gonna call your hours and send you home 4 days later, and then the staffing company, all they do is get the headache of them calling, they quit. So who wins? Pick them up a broom, have them pick up a broom. If you got 10 or 15 of them, have them clean, because you're going to save money in the long run. You're paying $15. You think that $4, you're making a lot of money on the staffing agencies. That's just bull. You don't make no money at that kind of, nobody does. When you got transferring, you got employees coming in and out, in and out, in and out. It's a friggin' circle. And if you don't change it, nothing will happen. You get my point? Nothing happens if you don't change the culture and you don't change. Listen, I know some great companies right over here in Easton and over in Allentown. I would never send those candidates to there. Now that I've been there, I would never send those candidates to companies that I know that do not treat their candidates fairly. Fairly. That's what you need to do. My main point tonight is, I'm going to get off here short, is listen, if you treat the candidates, associates, respectively, honestly, don't just tell, like at some branches and some jobs will say, well, we only need it for 4 days. Well, you don't tell the candidates that. Guess what? I'm guilty. I did it maybe a long time ago. But you don't want to not tell the candidate. Why wouldn't you tell the candidate that it's a 4-day assignment? Instead, oh yeah, you're going there temp to perm. And then 4 days later, well, we told the company, but they didn't tell me. So that candidate just walks out the door. That's it. Hey, hey, buddy, I was a temp for 3 months. They got me started on training for the high forklift. And though I wouldn't be a good enough, so they kept me lumping out trailers. Well, we did that. And that's fine. I mean, they found you work. And listen, like I said, I don't like that word temp. It's just not right. If you're not going to change the culture, you're going to struggle. Tomorrow morning, I know what lumping means. Trust me, I did that. Thurston, I have 13 injections in my body from lumping out trailers. When I was for about 5 years at a company, that's what I did. I saw men. We were based on efficiency. We were in the cold, those 10-foot lines. You know what that means? That 10-foot line, boxes frozen, it's ice, and you had to work in that, right? I know what that is. But incentive-based, that they made some money there. But then guess what? Some of the companies, they do this great thing. Well, you're making so much money, do another one. Or do another container. Do another container. Now your efficiency goes down like this, down the tube. You're going to tell an employee, wow, you finished this truck in 8 hours and 4, you're going to get double the pay. You're home in the same amount of time. Man, you bust your butt. You get it done. And then the manager comes back to you and say, wow, you know what? You got to do one more before you leave. Now, what happens there? His body falls apart. I have injections in my ankles. I got two hernias. I have disc. I have injections in my back. I've had them in my neck. I've had them in my ankles and my knees, a torn tibiscus or whatever you want to call it, and an ACL, all from doing that for a couple years. It destroyed my body. That friggin' destroys your body, man. You can only do it for so long. But back to the point about treating the employees right is, walk the floor. When you go in tomorrow, right? Walk the floor. If you're an HR director, I know you're busy because I'm going to stick up for you. So I told you that before. But if you're the general manager, or VP or wherever you're at on that site, walk around. And that's what they did over at Home Depot. I loved it. Elvis and Tim, they literally walked the floor by managing. And what I liked about that is they knew everything within the first hour of what was going on within that whole place. Yeah, because all you did was walk. Because when you walked, everybody came up to you. Or you'd walk up to them and say, hey, how's it going already? You're going to know that stuff wasn't done last night on night shift. You're going to know everything by the time you get back to the office. But we got another one. That was 6 years ago. It was 44 all winter. It was a tough one of the days when I was alone. 83-pound garage and boxes all day. We did toilets. Oh my God. The patio sets, and that was 100 pounds. And oh my God, even generators. Woo! That was a lot of fun, but those were back in the day. But it was a rotten place. But I left there and got a full-time job at an equally bad place. How did I know that? But listen to your candidates, all right? And listen to the employees and listen to what they have to say, because you might learn something tomorrow. If you go in there and you're 10 candidates short, I want to find out where they went. And what happened to them? Why didn't they show? They were forced for 3 to 4 weeks and they just didn't show. That's what I'm talking about, because you got to find out behind the scenes. You need to find out those exit interviews. Call the staffing agency. Listen, you can't get a hold of everybody, but when you have your associates coming into the branch and telling you why they're leaving, and if you don't do anything about it, that's your fault. As a leader, that's your fault. Because if you're afraid to confront that company and say, hey, you know, this candidate or saying this, you got to lean with them. Going to DoorDash this week. See how it goes. That's right. Tomorrow. Good luck with that. So think about that. Listen, I know there's going to be a couple candidates that are going to go to Nestle Ways. $23 an hour for forklift, no temporary service. That's where you need to be right now. If you're in Brenningsville and you're right down the street, leave that thing. As long as you're good, Chris will hire you, Chris Heckman. And just tell him Dave sent you. But just go there, apply on the website, and then if you want, message me. I'll send you Chris's email. I'll send you everything. Or you know what? I'm going to put Chris's email on there and show you how some people will just leave another company in Allentown or Brenningsville down the street. I know all the names. So when I do targeting, I go after your company. I go after your employees. I go after them. I want to get my message with a live video, just like I am now, to them. Because if they don't think I'm serious, would you? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If this is what the company is selling, I got 4 companies up here right now that are hiring. You can reach out to me tomorrow. Text me, 610-749-0765. 24 hours a day. I'll put that up on there also. Text me. I got 4 companies. Awesome in Brenningsville and Emmaus, Allentown, Kutztown, and Macungie. So, all right, going to DoorDash. But on that note, everybody, again, don't call them temporary. Call them associates. Make them feel, even if they're temporary, you don't know why they're there. Listen, who knows? Everybody here, if you're never worked for a staffing company before, they're not bad. There's some bad companies. Hey, Bill. There he is. Good news from Rochester. Brought my son up to RIT. Oh, wow. What branch? That is awesome. Rochester? Yeah. RIT. That is freaking fantastic. I love that from being in the military. That is, he's going to have fun. He's going to have a lot of fun with that. But I'll tell you what, will he be a leader when he comes out of that? You know, it hurts to see him go, but I'm all military. And what they learn when they come out is the best. Going to hit Bezos photos hard on YouTube, Pinterest, TikTok this week too. Also get shows applied for. That's exactly right. That if you hit these, listen, I'm on Pinterest. Why would I be on Pinterest? But if you go on Pinterest right now, go on it right now, put in staffing, you're going to see staffing companies that are hiring. I didn't know that. I haven't run ads with it yet. I don't know much about it. I don't know much about the ads, what the cost is and how you even boost it. I'm sure I just don't have the time for that. I mean, social media does me fine there. So, Bill, I look forward to hearing from your daughter, and that is awesome. Tell him I said congratulations. But when he's all done, Bill, we'll have him on the show. Because I'm sure he's probably going to be in there for at least a couple years, I would imagine. So, all right, everybody. So on that note, have a great night. And again, empathy, leadership, trust, integrity, be honest, so honest with your candidates right now, because this is a candidates market and people need support. If they need to be flexible, I've seen some good companies be real flexible. They've been really setting up for success. They're the ones that are not going to struggle that much, because if you give 15 minutes, 15 minutes. Thanks, Thurston and Iris, Flora. Good evening from Allentown. How you doing, Iris? I'm going to end up ending the show, but check in on 9 o'clock every night during the week, and I'm on. So if you ever want to come on and talk, we do a lot of great subjects. And for everybody that doesn't know what I do, is we do direct hires at Result Staff. We do direct hires for all types of industries. Very reasonable placement fees. I'm telling you, very, very reasonable, because we are virtual. We are remote. We will never go back. We have never been in a branch or an office. all my EORs, everything that you have, I have behind me. You just don't see them. And all your costs come down. So now a lot of companies out there don't know, Thurston, is there's like 6 to 8 new staffing companies in the Lehigh Valley, and you don't even know it because they're all working virtual, so they can just come in. So if you don't push back, you're going to lose some of those bigger accounts because new ideas, a new name, a fresh start sounds good to me. Because if you're not afraid to change, if you're not afraid to listen to us for the skill set that we have now with everything virtual from start to finish. Now, you're going to pay a little bit more. I'm just being honest. You're going to pay a little bit more, but you're going to get quality. I don't want 25 forklift drivers. I want 5 or 10. That's it. Because we're going to find the candidates that best fit that job for forklift drivers. If you want 2 years experience, you're going to get somebody with 2 experience, but don't come back to me when it takes me 4 to 5 extra days to get that one. But the cost savings, I can't tell you for both sides. When you look at that P&L is horrible. Only is good in the fourth. And this is for some companies. It's not for all. And I said it respectively. It's not for all companies go through this. You can just tell I get wound up on logistics, but think about that. So, but also we offer referral fee based, if you're not a staffing, if you're a corporate and you don't use a lot as a staffing company, you can utilize us. We send you the candidate, right? Already interviewed. We feel they're a fit. You interview them, you hire them. We just charge a small referral fee. And that way, because we want to be able to offer the candidates a job. I don't want to it's hard to say to somebody that we don't have a job, so I just utilize and I send them to the companies that I like. I'll send them over and over and I don't care, just send to the ones that you like, the ones that you know about, ones that are great culture. So on that note, everybody, and all right, Iris, like your name sounds familiar. I used to be with one company. Private message me after this, Iris, and then I'll get a hold of you tomorrow, okay? And we'll see what we can do with the video resume screening or all the jobs that I just told you that we're hiring. So, Iris, reach out, PM me, and we'll talk from there. So, everybody, have a great night. It's been a long day, and I will talk to you soon.